Brothers, like many new Space Marine 2 players, I used to want nothing to do with Chaos Spawn. However, having gained some vital battlefield experience, I want nothing to do with Chaos Spawn. Jesting aside, I'm here to report on these malignant meatballs and contribute in some small way to our understanding of this foe. I'd like to start with some general remarks. In truth, while I will probably never grow to like these bouncy bastards, these days I pay them little mind. They are simply additional obstacles on my path towards objectives and greater foes, and it is in this way you must view them. Too often I see less experienced players turn and run at the sight of a group of enemies. Brothers, in these instances, remind yourselves first of your indisputable supremacy over the filthy Xenos. Further, remember a fighting retreat is good tactics while running is not. And finally, that even to fall in battle is not to fail, but simply to gain valuable experience for future encounters. I am entirely serious when I tell you adaptability and a flexible attitude are your greatest assets in the engagement of the grim future. To illustrate this point, a note on horde behaviors in the game. The developers of Space Marine 2 understood that difficulty does not mean cruelty. The game gives you ample opportunity to emerge upright from seemingly imbalanced engagements. Even when the situation is dire, enemies do not actually dogpile you, however many there might be. Note how in this clip, the usually insufferable Zangor hover bastards politely allow me to resolve my disagreement with the Terminator without interruption. I suppose these two must have come from a good home. Similarly, in this clip, a horde of Gaunts calmly waits for me to deal with the Ravener, only to immediately die out of pure sympathy.
Swapping magazine. Nowhere left to dig now.
And here we have perhaps the philosophy class, our enemies seemingly pondering the point of all this. It's 42, gentlemen, let's get on with it. Once you understand these modes of group behavior in the game, you also understand that keeping a cool head and maintaining a fighting retreat gives you the greatest chance at triumph. Indeed, brothers, the Emperor protects, but only those who protect themselves. With all this in mind, let us consider the Chaos Spawn. I suppose most players' distaste for these despicable demons stems from their perceived random behavior. They like to delay their attacks, then swipe at you in quick succession. They might swipe, then pause, destroying your parry timing. They might jump you from a long way away like a carnivorous kangaroo, and they are utterly immune to diplomacy. Let's demystify some of their behaviors. Start with an easy one, the running jump, the rabid runt's most laughable attack. In every instance, a blue marker will notify you of the strike approximately 3 working days before it lands. You will have plenty of time to prepare your parry, which you should initiate when your enemy is mid-air. Importantly, the delay between the blue marker and the attack remains equally long regardless of physical distance, which means there's a long preparation period even if the attacker is close. Here is a running jump initiated at long range. And this one starts pretty close. Long range.
Fresh magazine in. Scarab pulse.
Short range.
Oh.
In fact, the Chaos Spawn is an accomplished jumper with a varied repertoire. Here is a blue jump that launches instantly. And another. Here is a red mark jump, also launched instantly. And another.
Activating coordinate mechanism.
Finally, there is also a normal or unmarked jump to complete the set. All jumps except the red are extremely easy to parry and should be viewed as opportunities. Next, the whirlwind strikes, which come in two varieties, the leap and the swipe. These can be tricky, as the foe obscures itself, making it hard to time your response. First, you may pump the center of the whirlwind full of bolter rounds, as the spinning savage leaves itself open. If this doesn't discourage it, and you see a red mark, you will have to dodge a leap. If you aren't aiming for a perfect dodge, your timing window is generous, but do not dodge too early, as the Chaos Spawn will adjust its course to deliver the strike. If no marker has appeared, be ready for a long-range swipe. Initiate your parry after a short delay and punish the meatball for announcing its intention so clearly. It's a very satisfying way to turn the tables on your foe, but may take a number of attempts before you succeed. Remember that the successful counters you see in this video have been paid for by countless preceding failures. You will probably start succeeding sooner than I did, believe me.
Dropping magazine. Squirm until you're ready.
The spawn can also produce a vortex, which hardly needs an explanation. Be somewhere else, or start an enemy execution if possible. Here's the fake out. What an annoyance. I still fall for it at least half the time. The spawn will deliver a quick normal strike, then fake a follow-up, baiting you into reacting early in order to punish you with an actual hit. Not to worry though, the gap is so long, you will have time to gather up for another parry or dodge. If you correctly identify the fake out in the first instance, you may have time to grab a quick drink before the second strike. Apart from all these, the hellish horrors may also deliver a couple of normal hits in close succession and one or two other miscellaneous attacks as they flail about frantically. However, nothing makes these enemies terribly special or noteworthy. With just a little patience, you will begin to dominate this opponent, parrying the feeble variety of frantic swipes and strikes. And so, the most general rule of thumb is that if you see the Chaos Spawn raise its hand, it is not to shake yours. Act accordingly, brother, and always remember the truth of the situation. You're not locked in with them, they are locked in with you, an angel of the Emperor.